Welcome to Miss Scarlett. Subscribe and don't miss out on Patreon. Have fun! A gentle breeze rustled the curtains, carrying with it the scent of blooming jasmine from the garden below. The room buzzed with an air of excitement and nervous energy. You ready for this, Sean? Amanda's voice was warm, filled with a mixture of pride and anticipation. A pause, then a deep breath. As ready as I'll ever be, Mom. The bedroom door creaked open, revealing Sean standing in the doorway. His eyes darted around the room, taking in the array of beauty products spread out on the vanity. Brushes of various sizes and shapes, palettes filled with vibrant colors, and bottles of mysterious liquids covered every inch of the surface. Amanda patted the chair beside her, a welcoming smile lighting up her face. Come on over, sweetie. Let's start this adventure together. Sean's footsteps were hesitant at first, but gained confidence as he approached. He sank into the chair, his posture a mix of excitement and apprehension. So, where do we begin? His voice cracked slightly, betraying his nerves. Amanda reached out, giving his hand a reassuring squeeze. First things first, skincare. It's the canvas for everything else. She picked up a small bottle of cleanser, demonstrating the proper technique for Sean to follow. As they worked through each step, cleansing, toning, moisturizing, the tension in Sean's shoulders began to ease. You know, Amanda mused, applying a dab of serum to Sean's forehead. I remember the first time I tried to do my own makeup. I ended up looking like a raccoon that had been in a fight with a box of crayons. Sean snorted, a grin spreading across his face. Please tell me there are pictures. Oh, absolutely not, Amanda laughed, shaking her head. I made sure to destroy all evidence. As they moved on to foundation, Amanda's expert hands guided Sean through the process of color matching and application. The key is to blend, 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 she explained, demonstrating with a makeup sponge. You want it to look natural, like it's your skin but better. Sean watched intently, absorbing every detail. His fingers mimicked Amanda's movements, tentative at first but growing more confident with each passing moment. Mom? Sean's voice was soft, almost hesitant. Can I ask you something? Amanda paused, setting down the makeup brush. Of course, honey. Anything. When did you know that you were okay with me being me? The question hung in the air, heavy with unspoken emotion. Amanda took a deep breath, her eyes misting over slightly. Oh, Sean, she began, her voice thick with emotion. I've always known who you were. From the moment you were born, I knew I had a beautiful, amazing child. And nothing, absolutely nothing, could ever change that. She cupped Sean's face gently, looking directly into his eyes. When you told me, it wasn't a shock or a surprise. It was like finally seeing you clearly for the first time, like wiping away a foggy mirror and seeing the real you shining through. Sean's eyes welled up with tears, threatening to ruin the carefully applied foundation. Amanda quickly grabbed a tissue, dabbing at the corners of his eyes. Hey now, none of that, she teased gently. We've got a lot more makeup to apply, and I don't want to start over from scratch. Sean let out a watery chuckle, blinking rapidly to clear his vision. Sorry, Mom. Thank you. For everything. Amanda leaned in, pressing a soft kiss to Sean's forehead. You never have to thank me for loving you, sweetheart. It's the easiest thing in the world. With the emotional moment past, they dove back into the lesson. Amanda showed Sean how to contour, explaining how subtle changes in shading could enhance his features. Now, remember, she cautioned, contouring is like seasoning and cooking. A little goes a long way, and too much can ruin the whole dish. Sean nodded, his tongue poking out slightly in concentration as he attempted to replicate Amanda's technique. His first attempt was a bit heavy-handed, leaving dark streaks across his cheekbones. Amanda bit back a laugh, reaching for a blending brush. "Don't worry, we can fix that. Here, let me show you how to soften those lines." As she worked, Sean's eyes drifted to the mirror. His reflection stared back at him, familiar yet somehow different. It was as if he was seeing himself clearly for the first time. The person he'd always known, he was finally emerging. "Wow," he breathed, barely above a whisper. Amanda paused, following his gaze to the mirror. "What do you see?" Sean was quiet for a moment, studying his reflection. "I see me, the real me." A proud smile spread across Amanda's face. "That's exactly what you should see. Now, let's move on to eyes. This is where the real fun begins." She reached for an eyeshadow palette, opening it to reveal a spectrum of colors. The key to a good eye look is blending different shades together. It's like painting, but your eyelid is the canvas. Sean's eyes widened at the array of colors. "How do I know which ones to choose?" "That's the beauty of makeup," Amanda explained, her eyes twinkling. "There are no hard and fast rules. It's all about experimentation and finding what makes you feel confident and beautiful." She picked up a brush, dipping it into a soft brown shade. "We'll start with something neutral for your first time. Close your eyes for me." Sean obliged, feeling the soft sweep of the brush across his eyelid. Amanda worked quietly, occasionally giving instructions for Sean to look up or down. "Okay, you can open them now," she said after a few minutes. Sean's eyes fluttered open, immediately darting to the mirror. His gasp was audible as he took in the transformation. "Mom, this is incredible," he breathed, leaning in closer to examine the subtle, smoky eye Amanda had created. Amanda beamed with pride. "You like it? Now it's your turn to try." She handed Sean the brush and palette, guiding him through the process of selecting colors and applying them. His first attempts were clumsy, the lines uneven, and the blending choppy, but with each try, his technique improved. "You're a natural," Amanda encouraged, watching as Sean expertly blended a crease color. "You've got a steady hand. That's half the battle with eye makeup." Sean grinned, a newfound confidence radiating from him. "I think I'm starting to get the hang of this." As they moved on to eyeliner, Amanda couldn't help but marvel at the change in Sean. Gone was the nervous, uncertain young adult who had entered the room. In his place was someone vibrant, confident, and utterly themselves. "Now, eyeliner can be tricky," Amanda warned, demonstrating on her own eye. "It takes a lot of practice to get it right. Don't get discouraged if it's not perfect the first time." Sean watched intently, then took the liner in his own hand. His tongue poked out slightly in concentration as he attempted to draw a straight line along his lash line. "Darn it," he muttered as the line wobbled and veered off course. Amanda chuckled, reaching for a makeup wipe. "Don't worry, that happens to everyone. Here, let's clean it up and try again." They spent the next half hour practicing eyeliner techniques, Sean's attempts gradually improving with each try. By the end, he had managed to create a respectable cat eye on both eyes. "Look at you!" Amanda exclaimed, clapping her hands together. "You're already better at this than I was when I started." Sean beamed at the praise, a rosy flush creeping up his cheeks. "I had a good teacher." As they moved on to mascara, Sean's curiosity got the better of him. "Mom, can I ask you something else?" Amanda nodded, demonstrating how to apply mascara without clumping. "Of course, honey. What's on your mind?" Sean was quiet for a moment, carefully applying mascara to his own lashes. Did you always know?" "About me, I mean." Amanda paused, considering her words carefully. I wouldn't say I always knew exactly, but I always knew there was something special about you, something that set you apart. She set down the mascara wand, turning to face Sean fully. I remember when you were about 5, you got into my makeup bag. I found you in the bathroom, lipstick smeared all over your face, looking so proud of yourself. Sean laughed, the sound rich and genuine. Oh God, I don't remember that at all. Amanda smiled, lost in the memory. You looked up at me with those big eyes and said, "Look, Mommy, I'm pretty like you now." And in that moment, I knew that whatever path you chose in life, it was going to be uniquely yours. She reached out, gently brushing a stray hair from Sean's forehead. I may not have known exactly what that path would be, but I knew I would support you every step of the way. Sean's eyes welled up again, but this time he managed to keep the tears at bay. I don't know what I did to deserve a mom like you. Amanda pulled him into a tight hug, careful not to smudge their makeup. You didn't have to do anything, sweetie. You're my child, and I love you unconditionally. That's what being a parent is all about. As they pulled apart, Amanda clapped her hands together. Now, are you ready for the grand finale? Lipstick. Sean's eyes lit up with excitement. Definitely. Amanda laid out an array of lipsticks, ranging from subtle nudes to bold reds. Choosing the right lipstick is like choosing the right outfit. It can completely change your look and how you feel. She picked up a soft pink shade, applying it carefully to her own lips. For everyday wear, I usually go for something neutral like this, but for special occasions. She reached for a vibrant red, holding it up with a wink. Sometimes you need to make a statement. Sean's eyes were drawn to the red lipstick, a mixture of desire and hesitation in his gaze. Amanda noticed, a knowing smile spreading across her face. Want to try it? She asked, holding out the tube. Sean nodded eagerly, taking the lipstick with slightly shaky hands. He leaned towards the mirror, carefully outlining his lips before filling them in with the bold color. As he pressed his lips together to even out the application, Sean's entire demeanor seemed to change. His shoulders straightened, his chin lifted, and a new light shone in his eyes. Oh, Sean, Amanda breathed, her voice filled with emotion. You look absolutely stunning. Sean turned to face her, a radiant smile lighting up his face. I feel stunning, he admitted, his voice filled with wonder. Is this how you feel when you wear makeup? Amanda nodded, her own eyes shining with unshed tears. That's exactly how it should feel. Like you're the best version of yourself. Sean turned back to the mirror, taking in his full reflection for the first time since they'd started. The person staring back at him was both familiar and new, his features enhanced, his true self shining through. Mom, he said softly, his voice filled with gratitude. Thank you for this, for everything. I don't know how to express. Amanda cut him off with a gentle hand on his shoulder. You don't have to say anything, sweetie. Seeing you like this, so happy and confident, that's all the thanks I need. They sat in comfortable silence for a moment, both admiring Sean's transformation. Then, with a mischievous glint in her eye, Amanda reached for her phone. Now, how about we document this moment? Your first official makeup look. Sean laughed, striking an exaggerated pose. Only if you promise not to post it anywhere. Amanda held up her hand in a mock salute. Scout's honor. This one's just for us. As the camera clicked, capturing Sean's radiant smile and newfound confidence, Amanda couldn't help but feel overwhelmed with love and pride. This was more than just a makeup lesson. It was a celebration of Sean's journey, a testament to the strength of their bond, and the beginning of a beautiful new chapter in both their lives. The afternoon light had begun to fade, casting a warm, golden glow over the room. Sean and Amanda sat side by side at the vanity, their faces a matching canvas of carefully applied makeup. The air was thick with the lingering scent of various beauty products, mingling with the jasmine from outside to create a unique, comforting aroma. "So," Amanda began, a playful lilt in her voice, "what do you think? Are you ready to take on the world of makeup?" Sean chuckled, running his fingers lightly over the smooth surface of the vanity. "I think I might need a few more lessons before I'm ready for that. But I love it. I really do." Amanda beamed, her heart swelling with pride. "Well, you're in luck. I happen to be an excellent teacher, and I'm available for as many lessons as you need." A comfortable silence fell between them, both lost in their own thoughts. Sean's eyes kept darting to his reflection, as if he couldn't quite believe the transformation. "Mom," he said softly, breaking the quiet, "can I ask you something else?" Amanda turned to face him, her expression open and encouraging. "Of course, honey. What's on your mind?" Sean hesitated for a moment, gathering his thoughts. When did you first start wearing makeup? Was it something your mom taught you?" A wistful smile played across Amanda's lips. "Oh, that's a trip down memory lane," she chuckled. "I actually learned mostly on my own. My mom, well, she wasn't as supportive as I try to be." Sean's brow furrowed in concern. "What do you mean?" Amanda sighed, her eyes taking on a faraway look. "My mom was very traditional. She believed makeup was something only certain types of girls wore. When I first showed interest in it, she wasn't happy." "What did you do?" Sean asked, his voice barely above a whisper. A mischievous glint appeared in Amanda's eye. "I rebelled, of course. I saved up my allowance and bought cheap makeup from the drugstore. I'd put it on at school and wipe it off before I got home." Sean's eyes widened in surprise. "Really? I can't imagine you sneaking around like that." Amanda laughed, the sound bright and carefree. "Oh, I was quite the rebel in my day. But you know what? Those experiences shaped me. They made me determined to always support my child, no matter what." She reached out, taking Sean's hand in hers. "I promised myself that if I ever had kids, I'd create a home where they felt safe to be themselves, where they could explore and experiment without fear of judgment." Sean squeezed her hand, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. "You've done that, Mom. You really have." Amanda smiled, her own eyes misty. "I am so glad to hear that, sweetie. It's all I've ever wanted." Another moment of comfortable silence passed between them. Then, with a sudden burst of energy, Amanda clapped her hands together. "Now, how about we try out some different looks? I think you'd look amazing with a smoky eye." Sean's face lit up with excitement. "Yes, please! Can we try that purple shade in the palette?" Amanda grinned, already reaching for the eyeshadow. "Absolutely! Purple will look stunning with your skin tone." As they dove back into the world of makeup, the room filled once again with laughter and chatter. They experimented with bold colors and subtle neutrals, each new look bringing out a different facet of Sean's personality. "You know," Amanda mused as she blended a shimmery gold shadow onto Sean's lid, "makeup is so much more than just enhancing your appearance. It's a form of self-expression, a way to show the world who you are on the inside." Sean nodded, his eyes closed as Amanda worked. "I'm starting to understand that. It's like putting on armor in a way. But instead of protecting me, it's revealing me." Amanda paused, her brush hovering in midair. That's a beautiful way to put it, Sean. You're absolutely right." As the evening wore on, their makeup session evolved into something more. It became a bridge, connecting Sean's past to his future, strengthening the bond between mother and son. They shared stories and laughter, dreams and fears, all while creating art on the canvas of Sean's face. "Mom," Sean said, as Amanda was putting the finishing touches on a bold, glittery look. "Can I tell you something?" Amanda set down her brush, giving Sean her full attention. "Of course, sweetheart. You can tell me anything." Sean took a deep breath, his eyes meeting Amanda's in the mirror. I've never felt more like myself than I do right now. It's like I'm finally seeing the person I've always known I was." Amanda's heart swelled with emotion. She wrapped her arms around Sean from behind, resting her chin on his shoulder. "Oh, honey, that's all I've ever wanted for you. To see yourself the way I see you. Beautiful, strong, and absolutely perfect just the way you are." Sean leaned into the embrace, a contented sigh escaping his lips. "Thank you, Mom, for everything, for accepting me, for supporting me, for this. It means more than you could ever know." Amanda pressed a soft kiss to Sean's temple, careful not to smudge their masterpiece. "You never have to thank me for loving you, Sean. It's the easiest, most natural thing in the world." As the last rays of sunlight faded from the sky, casting the room in a soft twilight glow, Amanda and Sean sat side by side, their faces a canvas of color and light. The makeup session had been more than just a lesson. It had been a celebration of Sean's journey, a reaffirmation of their bond, and the beginning of a beautiful new chapter in both their lives. The vanity mirror reflected back two faces, different yet unmistakably connected. In that moment, surrounded by the tools of transformation and the warmth of unconditional love, Sean knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, he would always have this safe haven to return to, a place where he could be truly, unequivocally, himself. As night fell outside, the bedroom became a cocoon of acceptance and love. The makeup lay forgotten on the vanity, its work done for the day. But the impact of this afternoon would linger long after the last traces of eyeshadow and lipstick had been washed away. For in those hours of laughter, experimentation, and heartfelt conversation, something profound had occurred. Sean had not just learned about makeup, he had discovered a new facet of himself, a new way to express his true identity to the world. And Amanda, watching her son's confidence blossom like a flower in the sun, knew that this was just the beginning. There would be more lessons, more laughter, more moments of pure, unadulterated joy as Sean continued on his journey of self-discovery. And she would be there every step of the way, armed with brushes and palettes, ready to help Sean paint the story of his life in vibrant, beautiful colors. As they sat there, basking in the afterglow of their shared experience, both mother and son knew that they had created something far more lasting than any makeup look. They had strengthened a bond that would withstand any challenge, any obstacle that life might throw their way. And, in doing so, they had reaffirmed a truth that both had always known deep in their hearts, that love, in its purest form, knows no boundaries, no labels, no limitations. It simply is, as constant and unwavering as the stars in the night sky.
Thanks for watching, my girlies! Be sure to check out Patreon for more!